dear student. Once again we are here to continue the class 10 compulsory mathematics, and today we are in the day 17. Yes, and on the previous day we have discussed about that is we are in the mensuration chapter, and we have discussed about the triangles, parallelogram, that is about the plane surfaces, and about that umbrella type. Yes, and the parallelogram, rectangle. Yes, and today we are going to deal with the cylinder. Yes, so cylinder, about that, and at first I have written the definition here and its formula, what we are going to use in this chapter, and then about the hollow cylinder also, that yes I have written in the whiteboard, you can copy also. Yes, and one by one I will explain and how this formula comes. That means what, how the curved surface area, total surface area, and about the volume we will discuss here. Yes, one by one. Yes, now cylinder, at first look at the definition of cylinder I have written here. So what is cylinder? Yes, in any, for example, we can a piece of paper, with a piece of paper also we can make the cylinder form, like look here. Yes, the cylinder we can form if you fold this is a paper sheet. Yes, it is in the form of the rectangle or not. Yes, it is in the form of the rectangle, and when we fold it in the circular form, yes, that means when we regulate, that's why it is written there, a cylinder is a solid generated by the regulation of the rectangular about one of its side. That means what, when the side are regulated, yes, then it's form a cylinder or not. Look, this is the type of cylinder. Yes, this is the type of cylinder or not. Yes, and this is the type of the cylinder, and it have, that means this upper part, in part, no, up and bottom part, it is a form of the circle type. That means circular base is there, circular top and base is there, and this is one curved part, no, of the cylinder. Yes or no? Yes, this is the curved part, and that means definition: a cylinder is a solid generated by the regulation of the rectangle. That means what, when we that means fold or regulate any rectangular part, yes, about one of its sides. That means about one side we are going to fix that, and next side we are going to regulate it. Then we form a type of the cylinder. Just after that means what, while folding the piece of the paper, we found a type of the cylinder and that. Yes, yes or no? This is a one example, no? And as we know that, and this is the figure. Yes, cylinder, and we have the radius. That means what, this side, this one is the radius of the cylinder, and if this total part, this is the circular part, as I already told in the paper. Yes, this upper part is the circular and bottom part is also the circular part. Yes, and this, the total from this to this part, we can add the diameter. Yes, diameter of the cylinder, and this from the center to the circumference we call the radius of the cylinder, and this is the actual height, that is height of the cylinder. Yes, this h is denoted by the height of the cylinder, and as we know that in the in the junior classes, yes, we know about the circumference of the base. That is what, base is made up of what, circle. That is circumference of a circle, it is said. Yes, and we have the formula 2 pi r. We know that already. Yes, similarly the area of the base is made up of the circle. That is area of circle, it is said, no, and we have pi r square. We know these two. Yes, yes or not? We already know these two formula, but how the curved surface means the area, no, the surface which one is the curved one, no, and when we in any cylinder, when we cut with any scissor, or that means what, I have called this paper. Look, this is a type of cylinder. If you cut from the any one side, no, any one side, if you cut with the scissor, or when we spread it, yes, then we form a type of the rectangle and that. Yes, it is the form of the rectangle. And look here, this curved part means what, this up part forms what, a circle. Yes or no? And this circle, that means what, this circle is the circumference of a circle, and we have circumference of circle means what, 2 pi r. And when we cut it, we get what, like the figure like this, no, rectangle particular figure we can form like this, no? This is a type of rectangle, no? When we cut from the scissor from any side, like when we what unfold this paper, then we get a rectangle, and this whole part, that is what the top part forms a circle, yes, and the length of this part is the circumference of the circle, and it is denoted by 2 pi r, yes, and this is the height. Since this is the height, yes, it remains the same, that means this is h, yes, and as we know that this is a type of rectangle, and what is the area of the rectangle is? What is the area of rectangle? We have the formula L into B, that means what? This is the length and this is the breadth. So area of rectangle equals to L into B. We know that, yes or no? And here in this figure, L is denoted by 2 pi r. So 2 pi r into, and breadth is denoted by h. So we get what? 2 pi r h. In this way, we find the area of the curved surface, no? That means curved portion only. Yes, that means curved surface means leaving the top and bottom part, the between part, no? That is the curved one. And this curved surface area is also in the like prism, in the pyramid. We call this curved surface as a lateral surface also. Don't forget that, yes, lateral surface, curved surface, they denotes the between part only of any figure. Yes, and now that is what in this way the curved surface area formula 2 pi r h has been derived here. Yes. Now similarly the total surface area. Total is what? In this figure, which part, that means what? That means we have three parts are not. That means top one is the circle, base is the circle, and this between part is the curved surface. So the total surface is top part, bottom part, including the between part also. So that's why I have written that total surface area equals to CSA, that means curved surface area, plus 2 into base area. This bottom part and top part, they are of the equal, that is same side, that means same circle is there, that's why 2 into 2 part is there, that's why 2 into base area, no? I have written there. Yes, and if you like that, that means what? In this way, that means how it forms. Yes, this is like this, no? CSA plus 2 into base area. This is a nut. Yes, in the simple form we can write that total surface area equals to, this is a nut, CSA plus 2 into base area, and we have the formula of CSA, that is what? 2 pi rh plus 2 into base area. Base area means what? Pi r square. This is, and now look here, 2 is here, pi is here, 1 r is here also 1 r is there. So we can take out 2 pi r as a common. Yes, and when we take out 2 pi r common, then remaining here yes, plus sign plus, and r 2 r is here. When we take out 1 r as a common, then 1 r is remain there. So we can write r. So in this way 2 pi r plus h, or h plus r. Yes, this is the formula of the total surface. That means in the figure, what surface we see in the figure, no? That is the total surface. Yes, and we shall discuss in the combined solid also when we discuss, yes, in later, yes, when we discuss about the combined solid, then during that time, that is what the sum portion, no? While drawing the figure, we draw that, but in the total surface area, it is not included. Yes. We will discuss later. Yes, so we are in the total surface, that is CSA plus 2 into base area. In this way, we find the what formula of the total surface. Yes, now the volume. Yes, volume is what? Total space occupied by any object, isn't it? Yes, like in this room. Yes, in this classroom we are here. So volume is total space occupied by an object, as it is a cylinder. That means what? How many space it occupies in this room, no? That is the volume of that cylinder, no? And since when you keep this in any place, then it occupies certain base and along with height and height. That's why what? Base area into height. So base area is pi r square and height is h. In this way the volume formula has been derived, no? That is base area into height. Yes, this which is it. And in the form of the diameter also, and we have the relation about the diameter and radius also. Yes, I will write here with that. Yes, about the relation of diameter and radius. That is what? This is total is d and this is r. From the center to the circumference is r, and to the circumference to the next circumference is the d. So we can write d equals to diameter equals to 2r. This is one relation, no? We are going to use this. Yes, d equals to 2r, that is diameter, and we can denote it as the small d also, or sometime in the capital letter also. Yes, don't forget that. And if the diameter is given, then we find the radius side first, and then we apply this formula what in the question it said. Yes, if circumference of base is there, then 2 pi r. If area base it is said, then pi r square. If curved surface area, then 2 pi r into h. Yes, and total surface area, then pi r into r plus h. First of all, we add this and then multiply with this. Yes, and volume is base area into height, that is pi r square into h. And here we are using the word pi or not. The word pi have the value. Here it is 22/7, or we can put 3.14. Yes, in the place of pi. We can easily put this value. Yes, and since look here, from here, no, area is here, area is here. That means what? These three, second, third, and fourth, it is said as area. That means base area, curved surface area, total surface area. So it's that means these three units in the square form. Yes, and this is only circumference. That is what? Only length. So it is only in the, that means single unit, no? In the unit only. And it is the volume. Volume is what? Base area into height. That means what? In the cube form, no? Its unit is in the cube form. Yes, if the unit is given in the cube form, we have to think that is the volume. Yes, if the unit is in the square, that means what? It is the, yes, we have to look the question. Is the base area, curved surface area, or the total surface area? Yes, if square is given, and if not only the centimeter, meter is given, then the question is said. Yes, if it is the circumference is there, then that means what? That must be the circumference of that base or the circle, we can call that. Yes, since a cylinder is composed of a cylindrical part, two circular part, and one part curved part, and the curved part is also, we can already discuss here about the, it forms the, when we unfold that, it forms the rectangle. Yes, so in this way we can what? Derive this formula, no? That is curved surface, total surface, volume, and this circumference and the area of the base we have already discussed in the junior classes, no? Yes, yes or no? Now we are in the hollow cylinder now. That means what? Hollow cylinder means a type of the cylindrical shape, but it is what? Bounded by coaxial type. That means what? One cylinder to the upper and next cylinder is fitted inside of it, no? Yes, and thickness, it is said we have to find the thickness also. So it is said that hollow cylinder is a solid bounded by two coaxial cylinder of same height. That means what? Height remain the same and different radii. That means what? Radius is different, no? One is the big cylinder here, as I have drawn. As I have drawn here. Yes, in the whiteboard with that. One is the big cylinder and one is the smaller cylinder. Is fitted inside the big cylinder, and the radius of the small cylinder from the center is denoted by smaller, and from the center to the circumference of the big is denoted by capital R. Is the radius of the big cylinder. Yes, and that is height remain the same and different radii. That is radii, plural of radius. No, we write as a radii, double I. No, so this is the figure. And example like iron pipe is there. Yes, thickness is there. from the external part also one cylinder, from internal part also one cylinder is there. Similarly, the rubber pipes are there. Yes, these are the certain example. Now, how to find the area? That is area of each end. That means upper and upper and lower. We can find that either the base area or that is top area, whatever. Yes, it is said. Area of each end, that means base area. Area of the, we are going to find, that means what? Area of each end, it is said that means we are going to find the area of these surfaces. Yes, and the area of the external one, that means bigger circle minus area of smaller circle. If you subtract that, then we can find the area of this portion. No? Yes, area of this portion only. Yes, the remaining part one. If you draw like this, let's draw in the circular one. No? It is like this, and one circle is inside. That means what? This is smaller, and this is the capital. And we are going to find the area of this region. No, it is said. Yes. So when we subtract, we know the area of external minus internal. No. Yes, external minus internal, then we can find the area, and we did that. Pi as a common, then r square minus r square. Yes, similarly, CSC, that is curved surface area. Yes, curved surface area of this hollow sphere, external surface, that means this external surface plus internal surface. No? Then only we can find the curved surface area of this part and this part also. And since this is the what? Hollow part is there, and here is empty space is there. No, that's why. So external 2 pi rx plus 2 pi r. Small r is there, capital R is there, and when we take the common, then we can get this. Yes. Similarly, TSA, that is total surface area. Total surface area, as here it is total surface means CSA plus 2 into base area. That means what? Top and bottom. No. Similarly, here also CSA plus 2 into area base ring. This part and this part, no? Yes. So 2 into 2 pi h into r plus r. This is CSA plus 2 into pi r square minus r square. When we simplify this, then we get this, no? And this is the formula to find the TSA. Similarly, the volume of the material hollow cylinder. That means the material used in the hollow cylinder. This portion, no? The volume we are going to find of this portion part. Yes, the hollow part, material one. External volume, the volume of the external one minus the volume of this internal one. When we subtract, then we can get the volume of this what? Material part. No? Yes, and when we subtract this, then we get this. And I have written here also the value of pi equals to 22/7 or 3.14. Yes, so this is about the cylinder and the hollow cylinder. Yes, and it is very important for the exam point, for the SE point of view also. That means what? That it is said that is the definition and the formula will not ask, but on the basis of the such, yes, on the basis of this formula, we are going to do the problem of the cylinder and hollow cylinder. Yes, yes, and it is quite easy also. No, if you know the formula directly, that means what? Certain portion here r and h is there. And we have to, in any figure of the cylinder, we have to identify at first R and H. Yes, if you can identify R and H, then easily we can find all these portions. No? Circumference also, area base also, curved surface area also, total surface area also, and volume also. No? Easily we can find. That's why we have to identify which one is R of the cylinder, that is radius of the cylinder, which is the height of the cylinder axis. Yes. So on the basis of that, we apply this formula, and we can easily find the curved surface, total surface area of the cylinder, and similarly in the hollow cylinder also. We have to first of all identify the small r and capital R, and then h. Yes, if you identify that which one is the small r and which one is the big R, that is capital R, and then we can apply this formula. After applying this, we can easily find the, that means we can easily deal with the problem based on the hollow cylinder. Yes, yes, just I have discussed only, yes, about the cylinder and hollow cylinder, and in the next period, in the next classes, we will deal with the certain problem related to the cylinder and the allow signature. Yes. So you can copy this. Yes, you can copy this for class in your Excel size copy, and you can use the book also. In the book also it is given that. Yes. So this much for today. Thank you.